Good morning, Terry. Yeah, how's the music noise compared to my voice? Like when I talk, is it louder or is it more quiet? Because this is me, of course, not talking that loudly. But also the music volume's different than before. What music? Oh, that's fucking great. He said what music? Can you hear it now? Oh, you know what it is? I bet it's so low right here. Yep. Let's do that. All right, how is that right here as it is now? Thank you for helping me with this, by the way. I saw my volumes were different and I was like, huh? Dude, because in my headset, this music's loud. Sounds good? Alright. Well, I'll just keep rolling then. I don't even know why I have the headset on anyway. Alright, also in the pre-market notes, make sure you guys read this. These are kind of just like some like quick above, below this type thinking. And then here's some pre-market notes, just kind of talking about this morning's just price action really over the past couple days. Nice couple moves up, but really just kind of sitting to the right now that we've gotten up here in the 550s again. And the pre-market got a little droopy here, so you got some consolidation, nothing wrong with that. Got a good break, got a good potential retest down, and we've even hit the halfway point of the previous day in the pre-market. So this is a huge pivot point. That's why this is bolded right here, because it's just, it is very important, because basically whoever has control of this has control of short-term direction. So we can bounce up, hit this all we want. We could bounce down, hit previous day lows all we want. But every decisive move is going to come from this area. So whether that's, oh, we fell and we retook and then we got some higher lows and we launched up and hit this, or we good rejection of 551s and then we head down here, kind of a hold and then a slow break. You know, whether that happens midday, end of day, we don't know. Decisive moves are going to come from this area, and I really like whenever we have levels like this where a good level appears next to the halfway point of the previous day, because then you can kind of use it as an area instead of just one level that's on a single cent. You know, it's not like you have to be perfect. You know, you could actually give yourself a little bit of time and structure here. And I would say after the first 2 hours of today, definitely switch over to that 10 or 15 minute and give yourself a more, I don't know, a simplistic view of what the hell's going on. Because by that time, after the first 2 hours of the day, you go into the second part of the day, into lunchtime, and by then you should get some better price action structure. But first part of the day, you can definitely just chill on the smaller time frames. But yeah, those are the kind of initial morning thoughts. If you guys have anything else to add on to that, definitely let us know. Also, some pretty cool posts by Garden Trader in the Discord. Wanted to highlight these because I thought this was cool. But yeah, definitely check this out. Awesome, cool, because you got the fib going down. What the hell? Get off my screen. Got the fib going down. And then what do you got here? Then you got the previous day, and she's got it too as well here on Triple Q. See, it's like it's the same plan no matter what. It's just different levels, different numbers. It's never going to be the exact same. I like this. Super clean, super straight to the point. Not overthinking at all. Previous weekly control point. Highlighting that as well in case we do see that drop down. Nice job. Yo, what's up, Maddie? Power washing, but you're tuned in. What's up, man? What are you power washing? A building or a sidewalk or blood off of the concrete from the bodies that you put away? We don't know what you do in your free time, Maddie. But those are my initial thoughts, guys. Somebody could clip that. Cool. If not, I'll do it. Gutters and patio. That's awesome. Is this a job or is this your place? Good morning, John G. John to the MFG. Quick job, nice. I heard power washing's actually kind of chill. I heard the only part that sucks is like loading and unloading and like moving around and stuff, but besides that it's like pretty straightforward. I only know that because a guy used to know how to like side job business kind of thing where it was like just straight up power washing things. What's up, Alexis? Good to see you, man. Good morning. Is my stream public? It should be. If it isn't, I can't change it now, but... Oh wait, yeah, I can. Good morning. It is? Okay. Thank you, Terry. It's my technical guy. Not bad at all. It's an Airbnb some Chicago person owns. Okay. Fair enough. Doesn't sound too crazy then. That's got to be pretty awesome then, because they probably just hit you up or like, yo, fix this or do this. You gotta tell them to tell their Airbnb friends. Real quick, I need to go clip that from the stream, so 1 second. Couple days, nice couple moves up, but really just kind of sitting to the right now that we've gotten up here in the 550s again, and the pre-market got a little... Why do they make the clipping button so small? And then here's some pre-market notes, just kind of talking about this morning's just price action really over the up, but really just kind of sitting to the right now that we've gotten up here in the 550s again, and the pre-market got a little droopy here, so you got some consolidation, nothing wrong with that, got a good break, got a good potential retest down, and we've even hit the halfway point of the previous day up, but really just kind of sitting to the right now that we've gotten up here in the 550s again, and the pre-market got a little droopy here, so you got some consolidation, nothing wrong with that, got a good break. Dude, YouTube can't handle what I'm trying to do. And we've even hit the whichever greater, it struck 50 volts. Were different. I was like, huh? The pre-market got a little droopy here, so you got some consolidation. Nothing wrong with that. Got a good discard clip. Yeah, because I didn't even make the clip. Just kind of talking about this clip. Here we go. And then here's some pre-market notes. Just kind of talking about this morning's just price action really over the past couple days. Just like some like quick above below this type thinking, and then here's some pre-market notes, just kind of talking about this morning's just price action really over the... Dude, no wonder y'all don't clip stuff normally. This stuff's fucking confusing. To the right now that we've gotten up here in the 550s again, just like some like quick above below this type thinking, and then here's some pre-market notes, just kind of talking about this. These are kind of just like... Dude, never mind. I couldn't even clip my own stream. That shit's confusing. Alright, never mind. I'll just go over it 100 times. Anyone asked about SPA, I'll just go over it again. That's crazy. Man, Twitch is like 6,000 times easier. Welcome anybody in here. Welcome. Good morning. Good to see you. We're like 44 minutes away from the market opening. If anybody has any questions on the SPY plan, we went over it already, but feel free to ask. Mostly kind of focused on what signals come from this first, and then other signals on top of that definitely give us a directional, signal. So if we're holding this and then we break above the next level, well, we're probably bullish up to the highs of pre-market, but we don't know what past that. This is the highs of multiple days, the highs of pre-market, so we could definitely be bullish above this level to this level. Beyond that, we need to see better price action break that first. So not a bad looking pre-market so far, I'll be honest. Pretty good breakdown. Tested the halfway point of the previous day. We've already gone up, rejected this level. Another rejection definitely leads me to believe that we are definitely going back down to test this again. And that's kind of why I talked about that earlier. Like, if we get a break of that, watch out for good retest of this. But also, if we don't get any retest at all, and they hold and then they make a higher low of that low, there's a good chance we're actually trying to work back up to the top of this range again. But again, kind of focused on most signals starting from this spot here. I would say this is definitely a very easy to focus on spot today. So that's my 2 cents. If anybody has their opinions or anything they want to add on to that, or go ahead and type it up. Triple Q, really cool post in the post charts channel by Garden Trader. Sorry, I was forgetting your name for some reason. Brain spacing out. But pretty much same plan for them, except it's just different numbers. It's not going to be the exact same. Now, wow, is that actually lining up with that? No, but I'll leave it. Actually, this kind of adds to what I was kind of pointing out, though. Maybe I will leave it all. Whoops. Bam. So Triple Q, pretty straightforward. I won't add anything on top of that. We'll just keep that super clean. Mags, I'll definitely keep an eye on this. This is just your top tech weights, your Mag 7. So if this is breaking something, that'll be pretty significant. Rejecting something, any signal from this chart is a good short-term signal for direction on the other charts. IWM for my small cap players. I like this chain a lot, so you'll see me check it a bunch. But yeah, pretty straightforward plans on Triple Q, IWM, SPY. You can see we're kind of like, we got this one area from the highs, we got the area way down here with the lows, we got some halfway points, or another important level in between. And in this chart's case, it's like the previous day open and then whatever this level comes from. And yeah, pretty straightforward. I like that we have a lot of consolidation kind of stuck between these two areas too, so it makes it a little easier to see once it does happen. Not really paying attention to a lot of the individual weights charts specifically this week, just because of all the earnings that are happening. We had a couple happen last week. We have a bunch happening this week. So be very careful of the earnings reports that can definitely move around the market. Apple and Microsoft to be specific, but you have other ones reporting as well. Actually, let's just look. We won't pretend to remember. Let's just look. So this week, if it'll load. Why are these so small? Oh, you know what it is? There we go. Zoom in. 125 is perfect. Coca-Cola's this morning, Honeywell, good stuff like that. But aftermarket today, Visa. Tomorrow, and this is what I was kind of getting to, Microsoft, Meta, Qualcomm. The next day, Amazon, Apple, Amgen, Eli Lilly, MasterCard, McDonald's. And then Friday, some energy tickers, Shell, Chevron, Exxon. So pretty big earnings week. I would definitely avoid trying to, swing trade anything super crazy this week. But yeah, good morning, everybody. Good to see you. Good morning, Cantoday. Dude, the music volumes mess with me. Oh, and I do have a special post for the Levels channel. I just didn't get to post it yet because the person that's supposed to send it to me has not sent it yet. Good morning, good morning. Does anybody want me to join the Discord voice chat as well, or no? Are we fine for just the YouTube stream? I know some people don't want to hear the music. Do we have any tickers that want to be charted though? Does anybody have any tickers they want me to look at? Kind of covered everything I wanted to talk about already. Do you guys have anything? UNH, that's a real man's ticker right there. Okay, I got you, Letterbuck. This might make the YouTube stream lag, but let's just pretend I don't care. Alright, I'm in there in Discord if you want to join there as well. No music. So UNH. I think I just have this from my bigger time frame charts right now. Yeah, I was just looking at a lot of lows in the weekly. And I was noticing here, I have no other levels on this chart. It's the only chart I have. But nice big structure break here. So I'm kind of watching between this to see, do we bump our head against that? What's up? And if we do ever fall down, do we ever even reach this? Which, if we ever see under 400 on UNH, that'll be kind of a discount buy just regardless. But I'm kind of watching this to see, are we bumping our head against this area down here? Now that we've gapped down. Are we going to bump our heads against this like we already have short term? Or are we just going to just dump? But either way, good retake of this area could be a good early on sign. I didn't even draw it yet, but I bet this fib's pretty helpful. Going from this day's close to this day's open. Excuse me. And that'll be helpful for... Okay, and it actually lines up with areas we already have marked, so it's not the worst. But why we like this is because these could be extra targets. So now we know, okay, they've already hit one target. A second target, which we have that area kind of marked off already. This could be seen as kind of a median as, okay, they've hit a good enough amount of targets to where they could finally get some basing before more selling occurs. And if they do make it down to here, that just kind of points out to us how much selling happened, because it's not just a gap down. They also hit all three fib extensions from that gap down in that scenario. But I guess huge focus again just kind of resides on 440, 450s. Do we get back above that ever again? Do we bump our heads against this? But this is actually a really, really nice chart. Besides all the, you know, news that lurks around this ticker. Yo, what's up, Sinful? Oh, yeah, Sinful, I need to show you the cruise dates. But yeah, UNH is a good one. I like looking at this one, too, because it's like, it's a staple. It's not going to go anywhere. Like, yeah, it's got all that bad news, and it's been gapping down a bunch, but it's kind of going with the market now, and it's got its own problems. But this is a ticker that's like Boeing. It'll almost always have its bounce back and return back to its trend again. It'll just take some serious amount of time. But this is a good active ticker to watch. And their earnings is behind them, so you don't have to worry about that anymore. I would say in this earnings sector, this quarter here, I would definitely focus on this getting some consolidation or some sort of basing built by then. Because if you go to the... Let me zoom out. Excuse me. If you go to the chart here, zoom out a lot more, you can see it hasn't really based in a very long time. Last time they based, they went up, and that was all the way back in. Where even am I? I'm in the halfway point of 2024, so it's been a while. It's been almost a full year. So I think I'd like to see some better basing. You can see here this time that when they went up, there was no basing. They just came down, touched it, ran back up. So there really wasn't nothing special about that one. But some good basing would be good. And when I say basing, I really mean it. I mean like a true low. And I don't care if this is like a loss of a level or a hold of a level. I don't care what that is. But any kind of, move off of that. And then whatever this is, this first move is always an impulse move. I don't care if it goes up and hits the highs. I don't care if it goes up and only makes a little bit of a low. I don't care. What you want to see after that is that area, whether it was the level break and retake or the actual level hold. You want to see that hold. Then that's what you want to see. And then the impulse move, again, whether it's up here, down here, middle of here, it doesn't matter. You want to see that get retaken. And this is the part of the trend that you want to get in on. So it's got a long ways to go to get some healthy recovery. But good chart to look up. Bueller gone. No, it's the week that you're gonna be here is when the cruise is. That weekend. That's like when it starts. Wait, is that real? Sinful, what you just sent? That's real? Yo, what's up, Carter? Good to see you, man. So was that what that meme was about? I don't remember who sent it, but someone in chat sent it. It was most likely Sinful. By the way, good morning everybody in the Discord voice chat. Garden, In Green We Trust, Letterbuck, and Vanessa. Good to see you all. Sorry, you're like behind OBS, YouTube, and like a completely different window, so sometimes I don't click on Discord as much. But I'm not ignoring you. BB Cruise? No. Well, yes, but... Yo, what's up, Kevo? Good to see you, man. And guys, seriously, make sure to go to the Post Charts channel and drop whatever you're looking at, even if it's just a quick look at something, or maybe it's something you're just posting and then you're going to get to later on. Kind of like a warm-up. Well, yes, but you're not invited. Now, it's a long story. There was a weekend where Sinful's going to be where I'm at, where I'm from, and I was going to get to meet him, but my mom just won these like cruise tickets, and so I will be gone that weekend. Well, I'll be gone for like, it's almost like 9 days. But I'm going to try to bring my laptop because I think that would be so cool to try and stream. Stream like a YouTube stream. That would be cool. I just need to go up to where Sinful lives and we'll do a bunch of streams there. Put it under like business expense. Do I know the ports? No, I don't. I really don't know anything. I just know that I'm supposed to be somewhere at a certain date and then I go on a cruise. I didn't get all the details. I do know we're going to get to see Cozumel or Cozumel, whatever the hell it's called. I'll get to see that one. But yeah, I've never been on a real cruise before. Bueller will do any. Bro, you're not even gonna believe this, but when I saw the date, I was like, no way if this lines up. And then I looked at our DMs and I was like, oh my god, it does. And so I was like, in my head, you have no clue. It's like that, whatever that PTSD meme is, where like it's like the dog and like the helicopter from Vietnam is like above its head flinging around. Like, I had that meme go through my head as soon as I saw that and like came to that realization. I was like, no fucking way. I was like, the amount of memes I'm gonna get from Sinful is insane. And like justifiably so. Like, not even hating on it. Like, if you were to attack me, you're justified, Sinful. I think you're like the first person. I don't know all where I'm going yet, Kevo. I just know that Cozumel or Cozumel, however you say it, is one of the places. But I don't know all the places. I'll be sure to update y'all, though. But it's not for a little bit. So we're good for now. I'm going to try to bring my laptop, though. I think it'd be cool to try to do a stream during all that. I just happen to be drinking from my Cozumel mug today. Damn, nice. Whoa, what is that? What is your mouse pad, Vanessa? Are those trading tips on there? I think I see options contract info. Candle patterns, options, strategies, the whole nine. Damn. That's kind of cool. Of course. I was telling y'all we were going to sell off under this stupid level, and of course they're doing it in pre-market. Yo, what's up, Carter? Good to see you, man. I think I already said hi, but good to see you in the Discord. Which Just Kevo is this in the YouTube stream? Is this Counter-Strike Kevo, or is this SPX Kevo? Okay, okay, there you go. There you go. I should have said Sharingan. What the hell am I saying? Sorry, I see Kevo and I think of like, because I'm not joking, dude. You have no idea how many Kevos and Kevins have like existed in the trading world. Or like at least their alias or whatever. I swear to God, if there's a person named Kevin, they've most likely traded. People named Gary too. I shit you not. If you ever met or know a Gary, that guy is traded 600%. Does anybody have any questions before I just keep going on about whatever? About Spy's game plan. Kind of focused on just initial signals from the halfway point of previous day and the mix of 548-60s. Kind of watching it as an area as a whole. Here we go. Sinful dropping the memes early. Going to Houston and Bueller leaves for a cruise. What if I duplicate myself and there's one of me here? You'll still get to meet me. It just won't be the original me. I'll be watching the contracts on my other screen, so you don't have to worry about it. I don't know why it still shows yesterday's contracts there. The deltas are the yeah, the delta's -1 on the call side. Oh yeah, I saw it, Keva, my bad, I'm just now seeing YouTube chat again. I saw it from, who mentioned it this morning? Which one of you nerds were up this morning super freaking early? I'm pretty sure it was Rob, because I'm pretty sure Rob is a vampire. Yeah, it was Rob. Rob does not, I don't think Rob sleeps. I think bro goes out at night, eats a couple people, goes home, stares at the ceiling. He said Spot murdered. I could have swore he mentioned hymns. Oh yeah, he did right there. I'm staring right at it. Which, I like this in this area, but now that it's popped up here, it's like, fuck. It's already gone. Where are we at? Like up here? So I'd definitely focus on whatever this lower high is right here. Let me delete that level actually. Let's delete all these levels. Popped over that by a lot, actually. I would focus to see how they do with that, but overall, I do like them as a buy when they're in this consolidation, but now they've popped up and hit this. Actually went over it a hair. So I'd see how they settle in here, but technically they're still in the consolidation area. You know, with good gains up above, but now they're kind of up closer up to where this could be seen as a lower high slash potential higher low if they come back down again. So if you ever do get to, like, the rejection of this area, and they come down here and hold this, that could be a good potential buy there. Now that you have the pop from the earnings. That's not a bad one, though. Good morning, Mikey. Good to see you. What's up, King Carnage? Oh, see, that's who I was mixing you up with, dude. I was mixing you up with King Carnage, I think. It's the K's, dude. It's not my fault. What's up, Gold Creation? Good to see you. Watching and waiting now. It's too far to enter. Waiting for the pullback. Oh, you were watching Hems? I saw a bunch of you mention this, and then I'm not even gonna lie. I mentioned it kind of early on, before all of this. But never in my life did I say I was gonna do this. I was just saying, like, let's go up and hit 30s again. You know. I don't think I ever once said aim for 50 or 70. I think I was more or less just like, I like this basing, let's go up to 35. That was more or less my TA. Beyond that, that was a pretty impressive run though. That's gonna be UNH. You're gonna see UNH just do that again randomly after a bunch of basing. Whoever brought that up earlier, that was a really good chart to mention. Nvidia is kind of a peculiar one as well. I really don't care to look at all these ones that have earnings happening, because the TA just does not matter. Like, maybe you could start doing some TA for Tesla now that it's behind them a little bit. Eli Lilly's pretty interesting. It kind of sucks they have earnings, because this is honestly a beautiful chart. They have a... Come on. They're at this resistance, and then they have an inside bar happening right now. But they have earnings. So really, really cool setup. Bad timing. First time that they did this, though, they rejected, then came back up, then they gave the better move for the short. So you might actually want to look for this to pop, and then get a better retake and then a rejection. And then if they don't break it at all, it's probably just going to keep mooning and probably be the next $1,000 stock. I say next because what's it called just did this. Netflix. Netflix just did this whole loss, retake, and holding another good level. Then they went up, they went past the lower highs, and next thing you know, they're above 1,000. By a lot. They're in the 1100s now. So that's a pretty interesting setup. But it all started from this low breaking. A lot of awkward price action in between. Whoops. And then, yeah, today's game plan, guys, kind of focused mainly on the previous day midpoint mixed in with this bigger time frame level. This gives us initial signals, so we're already kind of seeing bearish signals pop up in pre-market. Good levels breaking in pre-market. Another good one breaking here just recently. So, already kind of getting that initial bearish vibe, just looking for more and for the market to open. So, 16 to 17 minutes till open. But yeah, do we have any questions or any comments to add on to any of that? Good morning, Sandollar. Happy turnaround 3 times Tuesday. You gotta make that thing yours, man. The turnaround Tuesday is really your thing. We need to get Sandollar on a call one day. Give us some of that Unk advice. Some of that Unk wisdom. Got a few shares of hymns like a week or two ago near 28, I think. Me and Risen talked about. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, I saw a few of you mention it. What's up, Kevo? Did you want to join today, or were you just chilling? You had it on the first run up, you got it near the top, you've been waiting for it to get going again. Yeah, it's not a bad chart. I'm glad so many of you had it on your watch list. What's up, Spicy? The spiciest of peppers. What if Spicy Pepper didn't even like peppers? Wouldn't that be a damn thing? A damn shame. Not even liking peppers. Gonna switch to YouTube now? Okay, thank you. They're giving us the bearish retest before market open. Bet, thank you. I don't even understand what you type, but I'm laughing. Unk, no dunk, talk. Good morning, finally caught up. What's up, Dr. J? Good to see you, dude. Data J. Just returned from vacay. Started watching BB Theory yesterday. Trend current day open is a great one. Sorry you have to keep saying yo. I know I'm actually broken. I'm actually broken. Anybody who watches my videos or streams knows it. My plan today is to follow my wife's advice. I will buy at the very bottom and sell at the very top. Your wife sounds very smart. Plus, we might actually get that dip, settle, rip type day. Kind of like yesterday, actually. We might have an exact blueprint of yesterday. If you look over to the left, that is a dip, kind of chill out during lunchtime, rip kind of day. Notification blocked me typing. Unk and dunk. Oh, unk and dunk. That's what I thought. I was like, please tell me. Please tell me he's not trying to hack me through YouTube chat. So yeah, definitely looking droopy in the beginning part of this day. See if we get that rejection. I mean, we kind of already have this little bit of rejection under the halfway point of yesterday, but not in the market open. Terry Bud. Definitely make sure to go check out. It's probably the latest post, but it's one of the latest posts in there, Terry. It's the BB Theory playlist that Mikey was just referring to. I would 6,000% check out that playlist. I'd spent a lot of time making it. 8 to 9 hours to be exact, because I had to do it twice. But yeah, go check it out. I think you'll like it. It's a lot. There's charting in it, but it's more focused on the thinking behind everything. Because, you know, I think a lot of the time people see like, oh, this level broke, then this happened. What do I do? Like, there is a thought process behind that, you know? And it kind of it's a lot of the little tendencies too, so check it out. Take your time though. It is a lot. I think it's like just over or just under 4 hours of stuff, but it's a lot of like higher detailed info though. So if you're someone who's like beyond, you know, marking levels, you're already kind of good at that. Not like it takes skill to be good at marking levels, but you know what I mean. Kind of just, it's second nature at this point. You're definitely going to want to check out that playlist. It's definitely for people who are beyond just marking levels now. And it's free to everybody who's already like a member. I don't even think there's like a price or anything for it. It's just people who have access. But I made sure to link it to the YouTube members as well, because why not? Let's see if we can continue to hold the 0.5 from all-time high to our recent low that held purple level. Okay, I see it. Here, you know what? I should need to copy that chart. Oh, you did this one. Oh, okay. Oops. And then this. And that's it. Actually, there's a couple levels I'm missing from your chart, but it's okay. Dude, I keep clicking the wrong thing. No, we don't want to buy. All right, guys, market opens in 6 minutes and 40 seconds on the 2nd. Do we have any questions about the game plan overall? Good morning, anybody who just now tuned in. Sorry, I was typing. We went over a lot, honestly. I've been streaming for a little bit already. Thank you, Alexis. Thank you. What was that playlist? Sorry, at work, I haven't heard you mention it, but did catch the... here, I'll just show you. Oh, wait, I can't just show you, because then it'll share the link that I don't want to share publicly. If you go to the YouTube members section, Terry, there's a new members playlist called BB Theory. And basically, in short, I was just explaining that if you're someone who's beyond just marking levels, like you know how to mark the levels correctly and stuff now, this just shows you, like, I mean, there's a lot of charting involved in it as well, but this shows you, like, the deeper thinking behind everything and, like, expectations and, like, probabilities. And that's why it's called BB Theory, because it really is, like, the theoretical thinking behind everything. So if you're someone who's just, you know, you understand exactly how to mark the levels, you understand, oh, above a current day opens bullish, you know, that kind of short-term thinking stuff, you'll like this, because it has a lot more. But it took me a lot of time to make it, so I hope you enjoy it. It's almost like 4 hours of me talking, basically. But you'll definitely like it if you're one of those traders who's kind of beyond that beginner stage. You're on to the next. No problem. Hope you enjoy it. Good morning, Lag to Death. We were all waiting for you. Every single one of us. We were all standing at attention, waiting for you. How is it in the world of lagging to death? Simply vibing. I love it, man. I love it. Same thing over here, to be honest. I wonder what country Lag to Death is in today. Ooh, reacts on the trade floor. Yo, good morning, VC. Good morning, Monclesi. I don't know who else I missed, but good morning to all of you. Holy fuck, I can't type. Do I stream in here every day? Actually, this is my first time back since I did 2 streams last week. Before that, I think I did like 1 or 2 streams. I haven't been doing as many streams during the week. I've more or less just kind of been keeping up with people in DMs or through the chat itself. I did that playlist. I haven't really been super active, so no, I don't want to be like, yeah, I'm in here every day, but this is my goal, is to try to be streaming on YouTube. But I join in here whenever, like, some people ask, like Letterbuck, I'll just use him for example. Probably doesn't want to hear the music, the shitty music that I'm playing behind my voice on the stream. So he's at work, he just wants to listen to the updates, see if there's anything happening. Because if I'm sitting here like, yo, SPY's down 10%, he's probably gonna just understand he doesn't need to open his chart. So it's more or less just for people who don't really care for the YouTube stream. I give that option, but it should be limited to just members. Like, only people who are actually a member should only be able to join this. The public stream, anyone could join that. You run your own music over the Discord. It's so nice. Yeah, I bet you guys are just having it so good playing your Mariah Carey and your Taylor Swift. I'm stuck here playing, in parentheses, no copyright music, 12-hour loop, relaxed, blah, 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 blah. Good morning, Charukum. Probably abusing that name. Boys 2 men only. You like the Discord stream more? Yeah, I've gotten that feedback a lot, and it surprises me every time, because I thought, like, we all like to be in the same one spot, you know? But apparently, like, people like the Discord more, so I was like, whatever, I'll do it. I think I do the YouTube aspect out of it, out of respect now for anybody who is on the YouTube streams, because, like, there's people who are on my channel that aren't in the Discord. But I'll cater to both. It's not the end of the world. Yo, what's up, Driz? Good to see you. None of you are safe. As soon as y'all join, I'm saying good morning. If I gotta be social, you gotta be social. 10 seconds, guys. 10 seconds. Starting now. Talked about the droopiness in the pre-market. Talked about the halfway point of previous day mixed in with this bigger time frame level 548.60s to give us that deciding factor on direction. Good morning. I was watching on YouTube. Didn't realize the stream is also in Discord. YouTube has some lag. Yeah, sometimes it messes up. But we're here in Discord. And yeah, typically I do this whenever I do my YouTube streams. I didn't do it a couple times, but I'll try to be better about that. When I do my streams on YouTube, I'll try to also bring them here in Discord so you can dodge that amazing music that I'm playing. And guys, remember, I'm probably like 10%, 15% more bearish than I am bullish right out of the gate just because of what we've seen in pre-market and the levels that we've broken. But any pop to the upside over 549.30s, I can't ignore that. That's bullish. That's bullish to the next level. So, definitely using that orange level to kind of create that directional value for myself. If I'm above it, I'm probably bullish. If I'm below it, I'm probably bearish. And if we have any other signals or context to use besides that, it's even better. Because now we're not just using one level. Now we're using multiple things to make ourselves bullish or bearish. But yeah, direction is definitely going to be focused on whoever can break or hold that orange level. Everybody good, though? Thumbs up. Show me something to show me that you understand. I want to make sure we're all on the right side of history today. Good, good, good. Good morning, Sean Sen. Good to see you. Good morning, Susan. Classified. Is it really relaxing, though? Play stress core. Just try on some screamo. Some white noise. Gold creation with the asterisks. At first I was like, damn, did somebody get banned? Or I mean, their message get blocked. And thank you guys for all the likes. Thank you guys. Thank you. Remember, orange level is our key. And honestly, the first 20 minutes you should just be using for like context. What is happening? What can we use to help ourselves get better direction? Let me switch this to a better chart. What am I doing? All right, hold up. We got a lot to fix here. Why is it not? Oh, okay. That's why it wasn't. And I do want this chart to have it, but not the other one. There we go. The X is literally just 2 lines on the 1 minute. But the snare hits. I'm telling you, sometimes the non-copyright music, like, I'd say 10% of the songs that get played are listenable. 90% are like, what am I listening to? But 90% of the time also, too, you're not sitting there even thinking about it. It's like, it really is good background music. Because it's just like, what am I listening to once you actually pay attention? Also, guys, on SPY, for a little trick here on the 1 minute, if you go to your previous day close to your today's open, we can actually mark that halfway point. So I don't really care about to stare on it for 5 minute candles, but for some good short-term information, I'd definitely love to see what happens here on the 1 minute based on these levels. So we've gone up. We almost hit the halfway point of what basically how much we gap down from the previous day to today. A hold of that orange level is definitely a good sign for buyers. Short term. Again, everything I'm saying here is short term. I'll make sure to show that distinction when I'm actually going over larger time frame. Good morning, good morning. Delayed, good morning back to you. Didn't even know how to bring up the Discord live chat. You're good. If you type in trade floor or in here, it's fine. Because I'll be honest, I didn't know this existed for a while either. I think it finally took someone sending a message in there, and then I was like, why do I have a notification that I can't see? Weren't in chat yesterday? I wasn't here in general yesterday. I posted like some charts and stuff and some levels and hey, this, that. And then at the end of the day, I posted a review of what happened on SPY and IWM. But I was not here. I saw chat was killing it though. Which, fair enough, y'all should have been, because yesterday had a lot of movement. I was looking back at that and I was like, damn, they went down, barely consolidated, then went right back up. Ton of movement. But these are the exact days I've been telling y'all about. We're going to get a lot of these days in Trump's market, at least. And I'm not sitting here joining the red or the blue, but it's Trump's market. We're going to get a lot of movement. I don't know about it going straight up or straight down, but for a short-term options trader, for someone who's going to be dollar cost average buying over a longer term period, this is your market. I definitely would not try to swing trade as much. I would not try to hold as long of trades, because these are the kind of days where you are going to get a lot of movement. It isn't just going to be one straight drop or one straight rise. You are going to get a lot of both. And sometimes, and just like yesterday, good example, you're going to get a lot of both in the same day. Careful, SpongeBob. Careful, SpongeBob. I just don't want to get political. It's not about politics. This is how it happened the first time in Trump's market. And this is why I talk about it with y'all the first time, or this before the second time started. It's just because of that exact reason. Like, anytime you go to a trading war with one of the strongest countries in the world, it's kind of hard to win. China's just too tough. It's going to be negotiations until he's out of office, and then they'll get something else in. But this is actually a really good thing for the stock market. I don't want people to think that it's not. It's actually a really, really good thing, because all this has done is create opportunity for people who can buy different stocks at better prices. Again, this is why I heavily keep pointing out that point of DCA. You know, make sure you're not buying. Like, if you have all this money, why would you put it all in one spot all at once? You wouldn't. You'd slowly sprinkle it in there, slowly over time. Doesn't matter what the stock price is. Therefore, you're not so stuck when the stock does go up or down. You're not stuck at one part of the chart. Yes, you have an average, but you're not so heavily invested at that average. You've sprinkled it across the chart. So for any long-term buying opportunities you see over the next couple of years, definitely take that advice. DCA. But also for you scalpers, this is a really good market, because I mean, what's better than a market that moves this much for a scalper? Yes, some contracts will be a little bit boosted in prices, especially like right now during this week where we have an earnings season, earnings report week. That implied volatility is just going to weigh in on that contract pricing by a lot. Why do I do that with the headset? Why do I put it on? Ooh, good chart posted by Kevo in the trade floor. On the 1 minute, we did get a re-break of that halfway point of the previous day, that orange level, but nothing too crazy yet because we're still stuck in that whole highlighted area. If anything, this is actually a better sign for buyers so far. A hold of this is a really good sign. Anything popping off that orange level to the upside is an even better sign like that. But what we're really looking for here now that we have all of this done is a pop of that 550. And this is I would almost bet 90% that we at least hit 551 with the pop of 550. Now I know that's only $1, but that's a pretty definite dollar right there. And there is that pop happening. Let's see if we actually get a good close over on the 1 minute. That 5 minute too on that second candle, you can see that wick up. You can see that so well. Very, very nice. I sound like Trump when I hype up these charts. It's the best green candle you've ever seen. 551. Now, if we break and actually close under today's open at any point after this, we will probably have a very ugly red day. Because this is already a really good sign for buyers. And if they were to swipe that from under their feet, that would just be the most liquid chart ever. So, right here, we're most likely looking for this to pop up to at least 551. But also kind of keeping that in the back of our mind that if we do somehow break today's open, it's not good at all. Oh my God. And they wicked it and closed right at the level. No actual close over on the 1 minute. Did I actually just speak that evil into existence? Nah, come on. We're just kidding. It's going to go to 551. I'm sorry, guys. I think I spoke that evil into existence. I think we actually are struggling now. That's okay. It's only the first 15. See what you guys are saying. Looking at PDC to retest that level, and if weak, I'm gonna short it. Good plan by Kevo. I don't see any red flags there yet. Eli Lilly broke your upper resistance on the PMH intraday levels above. Here, I'll just check it out. Oop, almost made a mistake. I mean, I'm still waiting on earnings for that one, to be honest with you, but they haven't even broken anything, really. I mean, a perfect scenario here, honestly, Alexis, would be us popping these highs into earnings, and then maybe earnings liquidate a little bit. But I really don't know. I don't want to read too deep into it. You're just mental trading? Okay, good. Yeah, that's what I would be doing. I would definitely not be actually trading Eli Lilly right now. But it's definitely in a really, really, really sexy part of the chart. I was saying that earlier. It's like this chart's sexy, but it's got the worst timing in the world. Inside, probably a double inside bar at resistance is just... That's insane. Oops. Speaking of insane, how's IWM doing? IWM's looking a little droopy. Under CDO, almost at the pre-market low. They're rejecting the only other level in the area. If this doesn't make a new low, I'll be shocked, but if it does, look for the... That can't be the halfway point. Where is the halfway point? Okay. Never mind, it's under it. Yeah, PDL, 193s. I'd be careful on IWM, though, actually, because this looks like crap, but SPY looks like it's about to keep popping. All right, well, there's 551, guys. We said we would at least get 551. Now, the question is, and you can do a little cheatsy fib here. 1 second while I share this screenshot. A cool cheatsy little fib you can do is the impulse move fib. So where did we go down from? So we went up, and we went down, and then from here to here, we went up. So that means going up targets, we have 1, 2, 3. So outside of just saying, oh, we went up and we hit our first target, oh, we filled the gap down, What else can we take away from this? That we have 2 other targets outside of this. So if we do continue just ripping, it's not just, oh, that's it, we're done, go home. No, there's other targets here now. So, and again, you go from the low to the high of that first move that went up. So in that case, a little easy to see. In other cases, might not be that easy. But did that make sense to everybody on the SPY analysis from earlier? I know I was kind of quiet in between some of it as we waited for it to actually start moving, but that made sense though, seeing the hold of the previous day halfway point, because this is a pretty typical day, I'll be honest. You either get that dip down under PML into the next levels, or you do get that hold of the halfway point of the previous day. So that's why we put so much emphasis on 549.30, 549.30, the orange level. Because it's the level. This is where direction will come from. But we wouldn't have known that if we didn't do some of that, you know, context from the day before. Actually reading what happened, how did we get here. It also helps that the levels are spaced out. I will say it's a little harder to, you know, actually break down what's what when there's so many levels on the screen or if there's not good spacing. But 551, we at least hit that. We'll see if we hit those other 2 targets. If not, we end up rejecting here. Expect a lot of settling, which this is probably the most boring thing to talk about, but consolidation, it's needed. And we did get a lot of movement yesterday. We got a decent amount of movement from pre-market into the beginning of today already, so if we were to get a consolidation, it's really not the end of the world. All right, now let's see, do we actually consolidate? Do we continue higher? A good rejection is also very possible here now that the gap is filled. But let's see. We're still holding on the 1 minute. Nothing crazy yet. Which, I guess I should add that fib back, huh? So we can see what the hell those targets were. Here, I'll just mark it. Oh, wow, they actually hit 2 of them. Remove that. Oh, God. Huh. Interesting. They did actually hit 2 of them. I'm typing watch, or 2 of the upside targets hit. Watch for drop under previous day close. Or continuation into third fib extension from impulse higher low. Continuation has an R in it, apparently. I'm so good at spelling. There we go. News at 10 or 10:30 a.m. Watch for, oh yeah, let's pull that up. I didn't even honestly pay attention. What kind of news we got today? Well, SPY rejects that second fib extension and under the PDC. Might be seeing a good short chance here, guys. A good short under PDC. Today there's a bunch of earnings. We already knew that. Jolts. That comes out in 8 minutes. Consumer confidence, 8 minutes. Wait, that is today, right? Yeah, that's today. So yeah, a couple pieces of news coming out pretty soon. Whoa. That just came out. China has waived a 125% tariff on U.S. The move will relieve pressure on Chinese firms that import U.S. ethane, petrochemical product. Okay, not what I was looking for, honestly. When that said tariff and it was in red, I thought that was going to read something else. I was like, okay, here we go. The shit starts now. But no, that was not what that was. The energy stuff's not as important. We're not even really fighting them on the negotiations on that because energy is just so fucking important. The second thing we're not really fighting them on is are things that are related to, I think it was transportation. So I think like vehicles and stuff. I don't think we're doing as much tariffs on as we thought, which is actually a huge chunk of the tariffs. The main part of tariffs that are really hurting the United States right now, and honestly every country involved except maybe some of the exports, are like tech, like phones, devices, like stuff like that, like things with semiconductor chips in them, like stuff like that. These are the things that are really hitting home. It's not literally everything. Still seeing some struggle here on the 5 and the 1 minute. I think that second scenario is going to play out here where we are going to get that rejection of that previous day close where we gapped down from yesterday into today. Which, fair enough. We went up and we smacked pretty good targets. We'll see, though. Still getting some consolidation here. It's really not the end of the world yet. How is everyone doing in the stream, though? Good morning to everybody if I didn't catch your name. I saw you join, Tobias. Good morning. Good morning to you as well, Nardle. If I missed anybody, sorry. Tobias. If tariffs get to 3,000%, you guys can always buy me a plane ticket to New York. I will have an extra Oh, that's true. We could start doing our own illegal imports through Tobias Airlines. The cartels ship drugs. Tobias's cartel ships phones, laptops, anything you need. What's the Tobias tariff? What's the interest rate on all the things I want? We thought China tariffs were bad. We don't know about the Tobias tariffs. My tariff is the current plane ticket prices. Fair enough. And whatever hotel room we have to get you. Actually, wait. Why are we getting your plane ticket? You're the rich one. You're the one from the big Europe. I'm just kidding, of course. We are Europores. You're not. Tobias is like, no. I'm with them. I'm with them. You got me there. No, he does not live in the big boot. Or on the big boot, sorry. Or wait, do you? You might be on the lace. What part of the big boot are you on? The big boot and the big EU and the big 2025. We're just being stupid. He's like, what are you guys talking about? No, they do teach things over here a little weird when they talk about the EU. It became very apparent to me when I had someone who lived like in my area, and then he moved away when we were young to like the UK, and then he came back after a few years, and it was like, what the fuck? Two completely different worlds are colliding. Sellers coming in, it seems. They were, but then they popped back above. This might have... Oh, sorry. This might have been liquidity for more upside movement. A good retake is a good sign for more upside. The loss of this level was great. The retake, not looking that great. This is actually looking way better for buyers as long as they're holding above this level. But not end of the world yet, like I said, because we've already hit that target. So if anything in between here could be seen as like a dead zone. Like you're kind of waiting for signals from here now. Earlier it was like, it was down here, then it was up here, then it was up here, now it's up here. So we're kind of looking to see, does this get rejections or what the hell's about to happen? Also, let's add some space to the right here because I can't stand staring at that. Ah, there we go. There's the candlestick. So still kind of looking for a rejection of this. More than anything, we kind of already did our damage going up. If we do go up more, I'm happy to be wrong. If we reject here, though, I just believe that's the higher probability scenario. But again, that's not that crazy amount of movement. We reject here, where'd we go? 550, 549.30. Like that's not that amount. That's not a crazy amount of movement, you know. So this is either about to consolidate and then pop, and we're about to see 555 today, or this is just going to come back down, and we're going to see the lower end of higher end of 540s. But I like how it filled the gap already. That it's like out of the question. You don't have to even think about it anymore. PDO getting front runned. 50%, 549.84 feels like it's getting hit. Thank you for the Tobias updates. Well, I could tell the 9 o'clock news came out because we started moving a bunch. Let's see. What came of that news? What happened? Anything notable? Where am I at? I love when they post like important news, it's red, to, like scare the shit out of you. Yo, good job on that call out, Tobias, going down and smacking that 50% of where we gapped down from. That 550 level. Good call out. Because, yeah, we smacked that. We look to be reacting to it. News is coming out at the perfect time. Water's blue. Water's wet. Stuff like that. Bro, I swear, Taylor Swift and Trump are going to be the only two things in the stock market news feed for the next, for forever. Till time stops moving. Trade war, Trump, Taylor Swift. Those are the three T's of 2025.